Hello everyone, welcome to Shield IAS. I am Rishabh Garg. Today I am going to start a new topic on modern Indian history, which I pick up from the Rapid Revision book for Prelims 2022 special edition of Shield IAS. So let's start our new topic. So here we can see that today we are going to discuss about the Peshwas. So let's see what is the meaning of Peshwa. So meaning in Persian language, the Peshwa means foremost, and this word was introduced in Deccan by Muslim rulers. So now we talk about the first Peshwa, which was Balaji Vishwanath Bhatt. So these families were basically Chitpavan Brahmins. He made the post of Peshwa hereditary. He supported Sahu in the civil war against her auntie. After winning the battle, he attained some rights from the Mughal Emperor Farrukhsiyar. I talked about him in my previous lecture. Next, he also assisted Sayyid brothers in the Mughal Empire. The next person is Balaji Rao. He is the next Peshwa in the Maratha administration. Basically, he preached and propagated the idea of Hindu Padshai, which means Hindu Empire. Their sole target was to establish Hindu Empire in India and to get the support of Hindus. He also defeated Nizam ul Mulk twice, who was the ruler of Hyderabad. He also seized Salsette and Bassein from the Portuguese. He shifted his administrative capital from the Satara to Pune, and after that the Pune became the center of Maratha administration. He also initiated the system of confederacy. The next Peshwa is Balaji Baji Rao, and he also called Nana Sahib. During his time, Sahu died and he entered into the agreement with the Mughals. So we can say practically after the death of Sahu, the Peshwas became more powerful, and he also protected Mughal from the internal and external enemies. In return, Mughals will pay them Chauth from northwest province, and they also gave them total revenue of Ajmer and Agra. And during his time, the third battle of Panipat was fought. The next ruler is Madhav Rao. He also defeated Nizam, and Hyder Ali also paid tribute to him, who was the ruler of Mysore. After him, Narayan Rao and Raghunath Rao came to the throne, but they were not that much important, and he signed treaty with the East India Company. And the last ruler was Baji Rao II. He was the last Peshwa of the Maratha administration, and he signed the Treaty of Bassein with the East India Company. And during his time, the Third Anglo-Maratha War was fought. Next, now we talk about the administration of the Marathas. So basically, the foundation of the administration of Maratha was established by Shivaji Maharaj. During that time, the Maratha emperor was called Swarajya or Mulk-e-Qadim. So next we see the administration, how the administration was run during the Marathas. So the head of the administration was king. He was assisted by a council which was called Ashtapradhana, and there were 8 ministers in this council, and each minister was directly answerable to the emperor. After that, how was the provincial administration was run? Basically, provincial was also called Prant, and they were under the charge of the Subedar, and this Subedar was controlled and supervised by the Sar Subedar, and the lowest unit of the administration was village or Mojas. In the rural area, the police officer was called Faujdar, and in the urban area, the police officer was called Kotwal. Basically, they provide the security. Next, the army was also there, and he always appointed regular army in his administration. And basically, how the administration was run, so the revenue was collected in the form of Chauth and Sardeshmukhi. Basically, Chauth was collected 1/4 part of the land revenue, and Sardeshmukhi was 1/10. And the revenue officer who was appointed that time, that was Kharkons. So this is the administration of the Maratha Empire. I will discuss next topic in the next video. Thank you for watching.